Can you use a business EIN to get a credit card? Yes, you certainly can. You can use your social security number to get a credit card, but if you want to get a business credit card, you use the business EIN and probably your social security number as well. This applies to officers, directors, the president, the treasurer, the secretary, any employees, anybody in a business, whether a large business or small, can apply for a credit card under the name of the business. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you might be personally liable for that debt under the credit card. So pay attention to whether there's personal liability or a personal guarantee. Generally speaking, the business is going to be liable if the credit card is under the name of the business, but you may also be liable as a personal guarantor of the credit card application. What is a registered agent? A registered agent is the person designated by an LLC or corporation to receive lawsuit documents on behalf of the business. So if you are suing somebody, you can either sue or deliver those lawsuit documents, it's called service of process, to the person or the business or the registered agent. Every state has different rules about this, but generally speaking, if there's a registered agent, that is at least one way you can serve official lawsuit documents on a business. What is an officer of a company? Corporations and LLCs have leaders in the company who by law are considered officers. And generally it's 3 positions. It's going to be a secretary. That's the person responsible for keeping all of the official records. The treasurer. It's going to be the person responsible for keeping all of the financial documents and filing those documents or tax returns on behalf of the business. And then third, the chief executive officer or president. Now those 3 duties may be under one individual person. Maybe that's under Emily Smith. Emily does all of that work. Well, that's okay. Emily is the treasurer, secretary, and president. Instead of calling herself president, she could call herself CEO. She can use a lot of other titles because she probably is doing a lot of the jobs in the business. Even if you don't have a designated person who's named as officer, the law generally says whoever is doing those duties is the officer. So an officer in a company is the 3 highest ranking people doing those duties. And again, it can be the same person, and a company can add more officers. You can have as many officers as you want in a company. The company can designate those people and what their authority is. What is a member in an LLC? Quite simply, a member is an owner. In LLCs, we call owners members. In corporations, we call owners shareholders. So just like a shareholder owns a corporation, a member owns an LLC. So member is just another name for owner in an LLC. What is a treasurer of a company? A treasurer in a company is the highest ranking legal role, except for the president, who is in charge of the financial matters of the company. That person might be designated treasurer, or they might be simply doing the duties of a treasurer, and thus under law, the law determines they are the treasurer. So if you are responsible for the financial matters in a company and tax returns, etc., and you're working in that company, you're the treasurer. What is an EIN? EIN stands for Employer Identification Number, which means a company or employer has a tax ID kind of like a social security number. The IRS issues the EINs. Just like in the United States, every person generally gets a social security number, a company gets issued an EIN or employer identification number by the IRS. That is a number that you're regularly providing to people who you do business with so that they can properly file their tax returns. So an employer identification number is essentially a tax ID for a company. It's my goal to demystify business law so that people have practical understanding and are empowered to run their business and avoid legal problems and hopefully experience a better business and a better life. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can go to aaronhall.com. If you'd like the free videos that I send out only exclusively to subscribers, you can get them at aaronhall.com/free.